Newcastle United, for many years, had been haunted by the devil of Sports Direct. But how are the lads, the Toon, now heralding a new generation of stars, backed by the Saudi money. But actually, it's not all what it seems. Breaking news coming out of Newcastle then. It seems that the FA are investigating Newcastle after claims that Eddie Howe and his coaching staff have been replaced by AI, backed by a woman who looks like she is Satan's personal assistant. What does this hold for the future of Newcastle United? With early reports suggesting that the FA are planning to fine Newcastle United £1 billion, which will have to be paid back in player sales. And before we move on to our next story, we just want to have a massive shout out to two legends of the channel, Calvin E15 over on TikTok and also NR Cloudy on YouTube. And of course, Mr. How To. I had to do this video to say thank you for the support on the channel. I could not do it without you lot. Now, as we go into this video, it is going to be the old man coming back for another crack at the Newcastle job. It's Big Sammy Allardyce. If anyone can steady the ship and get us solvent again, it's going to be that man and his pint of wine. Now, quick look at the squad now then. Some absolutely cracking players in this team. But if you are familiar with the channel and you're familiar with these bankrupt rebuilds, it means we need to get rid of every single player as quickly as physically possible to pay back that £1 billion debt. Now, all I'm going to say in the first couple of minutes of this episode today, look away, Newcastle fans, because you are going to see an absolute bagger man leave the club. But it's all to pay back that £1 billion worth of debt. Now, I will stop at little points just to show you where we are on paying the debt back, etc, etc. But I'm not going to go too much into it, just because, let's face it, getting rid of these players and looking at the math of the whole situation is not what we want to see. We want to see this man rebuild the club, take it from the ashes and let it rise like a bloody phoenix. But in the first game of this episode today, it's going to be Man City. Now, we're still looking okay. We've still got some of our decent players. And we gave a pretty decent account of ourselves in the first couple of minutes. And it's Harvey Barnes is off like knickers on Freshers Week. But unlike Freshers Week, he couldn't tuck his balls away. And it took us to the 86th minute to get anything decent on goal. And it's that man again. It's Barnesy sticking it into the back of the net. But if 3 points against Man City is our good news for the week, our bad news for the week is that a few more players are exiting the club, including a very interesting youth player, Drummond, who I will definitely be keeping an eye on. Back to games then, but next up is Everton. Pico producing an absolutely exquisite little save there. Sandro Tonali whipping one into the back sticker, but it just whistling wide. Cuadrado comes down the line, and we're already starting to see some of the cracks showing. Losing some of our key players is leaving us definitely a little bit light at the back, and it's two very late goals. One from Doucouré, one own goal from Trips, and leaving us thinking, what do we want from this league season? I've got to be honest, me and Big Sam, to be honest with you, we'd just be happy with not getting relegated. Sandro Tonali coming forward, threading a beautiful little pass through the eye of a needle to Harvey Barnes, and he continues his fantastic form. Terrible piece of defending from us, gives Bournemouth a route back into the game, but a fantastic header from Fabian Schär gets us all 3 points. As we move into the game against Brighton, now I definitely wanted a little bit of payback here after the drumming that they gave us in real life. And Anthony Gordon come flying forward here in the last couple of minutes here. Thinks about swinging a ball into the back post, but we work it very well. And it's Harvey Barnes again, snatching us a late one. Just like the kebab I had on the weekend, I'm telling you. Garlic, chili sauce, mixed meat, chips in the wrap, you know how it's done. Fulham next up at St James's. Trips finding himself with an absolute nosebleed, but can't force the ball over the line. And yes, lads, I am still trying this corner routine. I'm telling ya, I'm going to get it done one of these days, maybe in the next FIFA though. Sandro Tonali brings the ball down here, fires it back in towards Leno, but it's a fantastic save Matty Target coming forward with a lovely switch ball over. Harvey Barnes brings it down on his chest. And he just slaps it harder than Mason Greenwood slapped his signature on that Getafe shirt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't going anywhere else. Fulham do come back with Marcus Thuram. It's a fantastic little effort. And it does leave us 1-1. Now, just showing you all the people who have left there. Look at the money that we've brought in so far. Lots of people leaving the club, but still, over half of the debt still unpaid, which means another mass exodus as we go into the January transfer window here. Trips and Dan Burn leaving the club with a few other players here and there. And we are now really starting to understand the gravity of the situation. But we've still got players like Alexander Isak, players who we can fall back on to hopefully boost our league position this year as we go into the last couple of games of this season. Arsenal next up, giving a first league start to Qual here in this game. Lovely ball into Isak, who just brings the ball down and fires it straight past Cammersdale. Sven Botman challenging in the air here. We work the ball to the edge of the box and it's Qual. Imagine if he'd have scored that on his bloody Newcastle debut. Arsenal, of course, always going to cause us problems towards the end of this game here. Popey saving us with a fantastic effort just off the line there. And that does see Season 1 come to an end. Now, you can see here an 8th place finish with the amount of players that we've saw leave the club is not bad at all. Quick look at the stats then as we see Raheem Sterling is the top goal scorer for the season. As we see that Alexander Isak scored us 17 goals in a team like this. Matty Target up there with the assist then, 6 in 35. And Popey putting in a shift as well. Without him, we would have been in serious trouble. But again, another end of the season, another transfer window means a few more players leaving. But just remember, the quicker we sell them off, the quicker we can start buying and rebuilding. With this man at the helm, a curry on a weeknight is always possible. As we go into Season 2 then, we see another mass exodus. Anthony Gordon here, giving his marching orders alongside Matty Target, and another one of our youth players also leaving the club with Alexander Isak. Another big loss for us as we go into the first game of the season against Burnley. Now, at this point in the video, you are going to start to see a load of names that you do not know as we bring the youth players into the club. But this man is already starting to show how much of a valuable asset he can be. Harkin, he's got to be the next coming of absolute Alan Shearer. Again, a few more players leaving the club as we start to get down to the nitty-gritty. But it's again against Brentford here that you're starting to see some bright spots in this team. Harkin again giving the ball through to Qual, who absolutely cannons it into the top binzer. And it's another big fat 3 points, which we are going to need this season because the sim games are not being kind at all. As we go into the next one then, Southampton, another one of the teams that are going to be down there at the end of the season with us, no doubt. Tonali, I don't know how that was kept out, but again, we cannot clear our lines. And now that we're playing with like 3 or maybe even 4 youth players at the back, it's like we've boiled a kettle just to pour it all over our bloody hands. Chelsea next up at Stamford Bridge though, and we are so glad that we've been able to keep this man around for a little bit longer. Harvey Barnes goes and sticks us up 1-0 in this game. But what we are starting to find is that we cannot play out from the back. A couple of passes in midfield. We give the ball over to Inaki Williams, who is an absolute Liso's legend. And he goes and sticks the ball into the back of the net. Good piece of harassment here from the Newcastle boys. We give the ball into Harkin. But again, it's just that last final bit of quality that we need to see from these boys. Speaking of quality, oh my God, our youth system is pulling out some absolute bagsmans. Peters, who is basically a Trippier regen. But it is this man, Harkin, who is definitely the star of our youth academy system so far. A scuffed effort from Harvey Barnes. And Chelsea have collapsed like a fatty on a deck chair. We asked them to dance and they were no more than mannequins at the back there. But out of the frying pan and into the bloody fire that is Anfield. And check this out for an absolute binzer. Darwin Nunez, you naughty, naughty boy. That was absolutely incredible. And after that, we just got absolutely ran through like a spicy chicken tikka masala after a heavy night before. But even though we're getting absolutely passed around at the moment by clubs, we are still fighting to the death. Harvey Barnes connecting with Sandro Tonali to give us a consolation goal here. In another relegation 6-pointer then, Watford go ahead with a beautiful little Peter Dinklage, but it's Harvey Barnes again, showing his pace, showing his quality, goes coast to coast and just absolutely Slotsville, California into the back of the net. He comes forward again, this time decides to swing the ball to the back post, but Qual is kept out, and it's another point on the board. Now at this point as well, we started to see a few more of our youth players coming into the side. Maya, who slipped the ball over to Harvey Barnes there. He comes forward again, decides to dink the ball into Harkin this time, but it's a fantastic save. But it is Watsy to get up from the resulting corner and stick it into the back of the net. And I'm telling you right now, without these 3 points, our boys would be rock bottom at this point. But it's absolutely gutting. Straight after the game, he does confirm his £2.5 million move to Trabzonspor. But this is what we have to deal with. We have to just keep pushing forward. We find ourselves up against Chelsea again as another one of our rising stars. Wilkinson swings the ball into Harvey Barnes, but it is an absolute cracking save from Sanchez. Fantastic tackling here from another one of our youth academy prospects. Wheeler, who's just like a Deadly King type. Lovely bit of 1-2 play here. Finds Tonali clean for on goal again. And we go ahead and stick ourselves in front against Chelsea again. Is there a shock result on our way against Chelsea? Well, actually, no. A quick 1, 2, and 3 from Chelsea. Peggle's back in this one, and we are starting to see our season slip away from us right in front of our very eyes. Bournemouth are the next team to take a trip up to the northeast. Fantastic opportunity for them in the first couple of minutes, but we're starting to see our youth players stepping up a little bit more. Maya giving the ball into Tonali, and he absolutely slots it into the bottom corner. But a cracking little tackle right at the very end of the game there to secure us all 3 points was Wheeler's defensive partner, O'Leary. I tell you what, sometimes when the going gets tough, you need a little bit of luck. And what a beautiful bit of luck at the start of this game. Fulham gifting us a goal at the start, but a thunderous header from a corner late on from Harkin. And you can definitely see why the Toon are hailing this man as the new Alan Shearer. But our next opponents, they just had too much class for us. Aston Villa come forward with all of their new signings. Just go and pass us round like a newly flavoured vape. But as Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, we'll be back. As we step into this next game at the King Power. Now, it was the return of one of our youth players, Gillespie, and he's only gone and stuck one in the absolute top stanchion. Baka, who has been an incredible youth academy goalkeeper for us, just can't do anything about that. 6'6", by the way, and the geezer has absolutely binsed it. Lord Voldemort doing some not a hair on his body, that geezer. And I had to stick this one in at the end. Baka, honestly, some of the stuff that this geezer doing is going to be world class. As we go into the last couple of games of the season then, and we see finishing in 12th. Not too bad considering we were rock bottom at times in that season. Harvey Barnes, our top goal scorer of the season. No surprises there whatsoever. Very, very lacklustre, with Sandro Tonali and Harkin chipping in with 7 assists themselves. But you can see here where the problem is. Baka, our goalkeeper, nowhere to be seen on that list. As we go across to Season 3, this is the one that we've all been dreading. Xavi is in the building because they've only gone and taken Sandro Tonali. 150 million. And Harvey Barnes goes out to Celta Vigo. He is followed by Robert Kane, who was our backup to Harkin. As we go through the rest of the list, you will see all the names that you're familiar with. Maybe even some names that you're not familiar with. But these are all of our real world players. All gone out the club. And we're still looking at a debt of almost £200 million. So we're going to have to start selling some of our better youth squad players. But we'll just have a look now at the team as it stands. So we've got a tricky little winger in Maya, who is just absolutely rapid. When he gets going, he cannot be stopped. We've got Harkin, the second coming of Alan Shearer. Just a proper bagsman. We've got Harvey on the other side, who's similar to Maya. He's just a little bit smaller and a little bit nippier. We've got Miley, one of the lasting players in this team that played for Newcastle before we even took over. Taylor, who is our attacking midfielder, used to be out on the wing. I just don't think he's got the pace to really cause teams problems. De Jong, who is an absolute tank, should be a centre-back, but he's just got all the attributes to play that central defensive midfield spot perfectly. Peters on the left-hand side is going to be a player, not a player to really attack other teams, but to give us that defensive security. But Bairdy on the other side, absolutely rapid. We've got Wheeler, who is our El Capitano for now, but probably not for very long. To be fair, I might need to stick old De Jong in as captain. Let's do that right now. Look at that. It just looks right, doesn't it? And then we've also got O'Leary on the other side of the defence with Baka in goal. We've got his brother Baka as our backup striker. Coleman, who comes in every now and again. Wilkinson, who's another player who can definitely rotate in and out of the side. But the rest of the team, I don't know. You know, I don't even know if I want to keep any of them. But let's get into it. First couple of games of the season are going to be massively important as we look to pick up some decent points against teams that are just a little bit lower down. But this is something we're going to have to expect from this team this season. Just not a lot of idea on what to do in any sort of situation. The only player in the first couple of games that I was actually buzzing about was Baka. Taylor coming forward against Notts Forest here and smashing the ball into the back of the net, just kissing it off the post, giving us all 3 points in this one. But it is a very, very rare thing to see us winning games at the moment. Fantastic effort from Taylor again. Lovely little turn-in from Taylor, but it's a fantastic save. But that is the story of most of our games this season, where we put on a little bit of pressure into these teams, but it's just in the end we haven't got the quality to stick our chances away. Look at this. I'm just trying to pass the ball around, but just no one can finish their bloody dinner. Chelsea, another one of our opponents, where we've been able to give a very good account of ourselves, but it just showing the golfing class now is just far, far too big, with another 1-0 defeat to Chelsea here. And look at the quality of passing. We just try and flick ball over the top, and within 3 or 4 passes, Tammy Abraham's in, lifts it over the goalkeeper for another devastating loss against the Spuds. Our defence in the last couple of games has been as useless as tits on a nun, giving teams more opportunities than a pope in a playground. But it's Moya in the first couple of minutes against Sheffield United, dominating his defenders in the air. And again, he's just one of the bright spots in this team. Loving to play with him. I swear down, some of the stuff that I say sometimes is so sus. Now, not as sus as this one here. Swear down, Wheeler has got a bet on. Call him Ivan Toney, because he clearly had over 1.5 goals in that game. Fulham are the next team up. Early goal conceded again, but look at the speed. Look at the power on Maya. But Harkin, again, can he finish his dinner, my son? Next up was a trip to St Mary's. It's a fantastic little bit of play from the two defenders there. O'Leary picks the ball up, slides the ball into Maya, who's just going to drop the ball into Wilkinson, but he's going to carry on his run, and Wilkinson can find him, fires the ball into Maya, and it's into the back of the net past Bazunu. Collapses like our season is collapsing at this point, because in these last 2 games we need 6 points to leapfrog Brighton, and of course we go and find ourselves up against Brighton in the second to last game of the season. Moya with a fantastic ball in for the first couple of minutes, and Miley heads us into the lead. But Miley goes and absolutely has a little bit of head loss towards the end of the game here. Swipes at the back of this player's legs and leaves us very, very vulnerable. Going into the last couple of minutes, this lovely little bit of play by Dahoud. And Cisco drives in again, but cuts back, gives it to Dahoud. Dahoud into João Pedro. It's a big save from Baka. And we do get those all-important 3 points, which leads us 2 points off of Brighton. We need to secure a big fat dub in our last game of the season. You can see here, those 2 points will see us leapfrog Brighton and into safety. But like I said before, Arnold Schwarzenegger said it once and we'll say it this time. We'll be back. And we are back here against Aston Villa, who are fighting for Champions League football. As we go into it then, we're going to see Baka starting in goal with Baird, Wheeler, O'Leary and Peters, our 4 at the back. De Jong, our captain. Turner Cook replacing Miley because of that suspension. With Wilkinson this time, the sword man, coming in at centre attacking midfield. Mayer, Harkin and Harvey up front. And it's one of the biggest games in Newcastle's season. So, of course, we're gonna play it live! Come on then, boys. Sunny day. Villa Park is the locale. And it's do or die. If we do not win today, we go down. If we draw today, we basically go down. We have to beat this very decent Villa side as well. Big Sam's boys were up for it though, ain't we, lads? All it is one through ball, beat the back line, and we've got the speed up front. Look at Big Sam though, he's ready and he's suited, booted. Villa will not relegate the Toon again. History does not repeat itself, not on my bloody watch. Come on, the Toon! Wilkinson's got that down though. And Harvey. Or do I try and swing? Oh! I tell you what, an own goal would have been a lovely little start to this game. Big winner, big winner. Nice. Get it down. Get it down, yeah. Ref, from behind! It's got to be a red. Mate, VAR. Get VAR on the absolute blower. Because definitely a mistake has been made there. Ball whipped in. Oh. Try to get a toe. This is where they're dangerous, though. Look at Diaby. He's just going to burst through in here. Bet ya! When the hell did Eden Hazard go to Villa? What are you on about? Look at the way they move the ball, though. Luca Dean. Oh, that is not a good tackle. Oh, you know what? From this area, this could be danger. This could be absolutely welcome to the danger zone here. Get on the line. Oh, they're going to lay it. Oh, no, he's going to hit it. He's hit it. Oh, it's off the post. Jeez. Oh, this is real dangerous. Wheelie, done well. Referee. Nice. Oh, my God, I'm flying into tackles left, right and centre. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Get it out. No! Oh! Backs! You are keeping us in it. It's backs against the wall stuff here. Right, don't let him drive into the box here. Just keep him out there. Nice. They're going to try and swing this one in. Back at. On your bike. That's a great header. Someone out to it, though. Someone out to it. No, not like this! Back at. How have you let that in, son? How has that gone in? It's the easiest one of all of them. You should be pushing that away. You've just gone to ground. That's shocking. That's killed us, ain't it? That's a great ball over the top. DRB. Can't get it down, though. And we can go here. If we've got a little bit about us, we could go here. And we've got an overload in the middle. Cross has got to be good, though. It's not bad. Keep the ball. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's the passing. The passing is dreadful. Come on, then. Let's get back in swim here. Nice De Jong. Again, turning like a fucking 18-wheeler. Oh, he's done him. Something needs to change, doesn't it? We need to go all out. We need to go absolute baps out, waps out. Everyone. Did we do a 4-2-4? Turner Cook just behind him there. Get De Jong in there. CDM. Turner Cook. Actually, Turner Cook, you can come off. I want a better cam. Never played this fella. Andrews, get your sent on, son. We need to go for it. We need to absolutely go for it. Push him. Win that. No. Oh, even Pau Torres is doing ya. Should be embarrassed of yourself, boys. Farias through the middle. It's done. It's actually over. Oh my God, we're going to get relegated. Luca Dean. Gravenberch into Farias. A hat-trick. Oh, it's took him out. It's over. It's absolutely over. How on earth has this fallen apart like this? Yes, Baka! Get in, son! Well done. Not that it bloody matters. Not that it matters at all. Fresh legs on. Come on, boys! Let's at least get ourselves a goal. I know it means bloody nothing, but let's just get one. Swing this one in. Big header on it. Coleman hit it. Oh, imagine if that had gone in, though. Nice touch half. Ball in. Mings! Oh! Mingsy. It's all we've been relegated, lads. They've sent us. They've sent us. And just like that, the Toon find himself in the Championship once more. Lads, it was always going to be our most ambitious rebuild yet. And it has taken one of the most dramatic turns that we've seen on this channel to date. The first time we've ever been relegated. But you know what? You can't come back from defeat without being defeated first. You can't rise from the ashes without being burnt down. Quick look at the season stats. It is nothing to look at. It's absolutely horrific. Harkin probably the only one that's on the goals charts. I don't think we've got anyone on there. No, we have. Yeah, we've got Taylor on the assist. And Baka doing his best. But 5 clean sheets in the season. Not good. Roll on! Season 4. The rebuild starts now. As a new season comes and goes, we see another one of our special players leave the club. It's the second coming of Aaron Shearer. He will be coming back at some point, but Harkin now leaves for 20 million, which leaves us still minus 167 million pounds. But we've got a few players to introduce you to. We've got Andrews, who came in the last game of the season against Aston Villa. And if we make him a right winger, he goes up to 69 rated. And this is the team that we're rocking with. Not too different. The only major change is Hogg, of course, and Andrews coming in. But the first game of the season, away at the Albion, away at the Baggies. And we're going to be boing-boinging straight into this league season. Lads, we've done it before. We're going to do it again. The Toon will be back in the Premier League in no time at all. Beardy, first couple of minutes of the new season, dinks the ball to the back post. Hogg needs to be doing better if he wants to stay in this side. We've got people knocking on the door. Backer, of course, is another one who will be staying in this team for as long as we can keep him. West Brom playing the short corner here, laying the ball into Grant, and it's a fantastic save from Bakker again. But can we recycle it? Can we get rid of it? De Jong can't quite push it on to our strikers. So Swifty gives the ball into Cleary, back into Cleary again. It's an absolute mess on the edge of the box, but we finally get the ball away with Wheeler. De Jong driving forward. Last couple of minutes, can we fashion ourselves a little bit of a chance? And look at the overlaps here. Harvey giving the ball out wide to Baird, who finds Wilkinson at the back stick. And the first goal of this championship season is scored by Wilkinson, our centre attacking midfield. But I tell you what, he's not finished there. He nicks the ball from the defender here. The second one, nicks it again. He's clean through, and it's Wilkinson sticking the sword into the baggies. A fantastic double from that man there. And could this be the start of a very, very special season for Wilkinson? Sam Allardyce, I ain't seen that geezer move that quick since Greg's had 2 for 1 on sausage rolls. And if you buy 4, you get a pint of wine free. But look at these youth players. They're showing us they're ready for the task. They're showing us they're ready for the challenge. And as we leave the baggies, we're back up to the northeast because we are going to be playing the Black Cats, who sit 10 games in, top of the pack, as we sit in 8th. As we start the game here, we see that Bairdy is really relishing the chance to play at this level. Gives the ball into Hogg. Still cannot finish his dinner, this boy. Wheeler spraying the ball out to Mayer. Mayer into Wilkinson, who's just going to give the ball back into Mayer, who's going to drive to the edge of the box. And look how nasty it is already. These boys have grown up in Newcastle and I understand what it means to the city. Andrews nicking the ball off of this player here. Hoggy going forward again and just whistling one over the bar. But we need to take one of these chances at some point. De Jong trying to recycle it. Gives the ball into O'Leary. And with the 2 defenders there acting like bouncers, O'Leary says, "Get out me way. Get me in there and get me a little bit of totty." And like a badger's toenail, this geezer's absolutely filthy. Little bit of lapse in concentration from Bairdy though. He lets the defender slip round him. And he is going and give away a penalty. Can we save this? Can we save the game? And of course, Bakker goes diving. He stuck it down the middle. And 84th minute, they've gone and sealed themselves a point. But as they come forward for this last attack here, can we defend it? Can we keep them out? Lee picks the ball up, gives the ball into Mayer. Mayer fires the ball into Wilkinson, who just waits that ball to perfection like your mom now. She's been on Weight Watchers. And Bakker sticks it into the back of the net. He gives it the old bloody Alan Shearer. Getting the boy. The Toon go mad. And he is now the bloody king of the northeast. Look at that. It just looks great, doesn't it? With that kit on, giving it the old Alan Shearer. It just works. But in this championship season, it's a tough league. It's not all going to be plain sailing. And early on against Huddersfield here, O'Leary goes flying into a tackle. We give away another penalty. But this time, there is no making it past our Dutch shot stopper. It's a fantastic save from the penalty. But as we fail to clear our lines here, they've just absolutely wrapped one into the top bins. A little bit of outside bend on it, and it is just nestled so beautifully into that top corner. Next up is going to be Norwich. Wilkinson firing one from deep, but Angus Gunn just being able to punch it up in the air and keep that one out. Sorensen wins the ball back, gives the ball through to Adam Ida. But again, look at Bakker thriving at this level. Lovely little bit of play from Norwich does find them going into the lead at the very end of the first half. And in the second half, they turned it on even further. Bakker with a fantastic save here, but he gets recycled, given back into Adam Ida. And McCallum does go ahead and force the ball over the line in the 89th minute to give them all 3 points. Next team that came up to face us was going to be Middlesbrough, another North East derby. And the ball gets picked up by a combination of Peters and Moy here. And this is what we haven't seen from Moyer just yet. That blistering pace that can take him away from defenders. He runs the length of the pitch, and don't get me wrong, the final finish It's not the prettiest. I've seen prettier pensioners, but he gets it into the back of the net, and it gives us the 3 points that we desperately needed. We're up against the Blues next then. Poor piece of play at the back there. Allows Blues to come in and get their first goal. And a couple of minutes later, it's another very, very well worked goal, which sees us go 2-0 down. Baird doing his best Gareth Bale impression, but just on the other side, smashes the ball into the roof of the net, but it's not enough to get us back into the game, and we do lose this one in the Midlands. Very surprised to see Crystal Palace down here with us, fighting in the Championship. Stevenson and Miley doing a little bit of a double team on Guerrero, and also Mancini gives the ball into Maya, and again showing exactly why people are comparing him to Didier Drogba on that side. Wilkinson, another one who's been absolutely mustard this season. Fantastic little bit of play, great effort, but it is pushed away from the Luton goal. Fantastic ball into the box. Miley striking one back into goal. When you need someone to turn to, you can turn to Wheeler, the big centre-half, Ledley King's reincarnation, and he's pushed us into the lead here. Lee comes on towards the end of the game, who is one of our rotational left-backs, but also showing he's got a little bit of goal-scoring prowess. He might have to move into midfield. Taylor with a fantastic little bit of play here, and it is a very resounding 3-0 win against Luton to push us even further up this Championship table. Can we make it into the playoff positions? Now, in this team, it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to eventually fall in love with one or two of the players, the youth players that we've been able to bring through this side. But sometimes you've just got to let them come to you. You've got to let them show you how special they can be. And then step forward, Wilkinson Sword, who bends one in against Watford. And I tell you what, I don't say this about everyone, but this man playing football, it's like playing poker with a bloody magician, because you never know what he's going to pull out of his hat. Stunning finish in the first couple of minutes of that game, which again leads us with all 3 points. Hull Tigers back into this one now. Estupinian comes forward, but it's a fantastic save from Baka. Knocking on the door again, though, is Hogg. Lays the ball over to Wilkinson Sword, who's got a taste for it now, innit? This man's goal bonus needs to be played in condoms, because every single time he goes out, mate, they end up treating him like one of Geordie Shaw, getting on his absolute parsnip. As we fast forward through this Championship season, then it leaves us with the last game of the season against West Brom. And if we beat them, we leapfrog them straight into the playoffs, which is what we want. We want to be back in the Premier League as soon as physically possible. And a fantastic little start here as Wheeler comes forward with the ball. It's like he's taking a shit in a swimming pool, because that's a floater all the way up to Hogg. And Hogg smashes that one in for his first goal of the season. And what an important goal that will be. Watches it over his shoulder, brings it down on his chest, and then hits it sweeter than a mother's kiss at bedtime. And that gives us all the 3 points, sneaks us into 6th place, which means we have got a date with destiny in the playoff semi-finals. And after simming the first leg, we go into the second leg 1-0 up on Ag. And of course, what do you take me for? Of course we're going to play the second leg. So the team going into this one, you can see all the ratings have improved so much as well. It's going to be Baka, it's going to be Baird, it's going to be Wheeler, and Murphy coming in instead of O'Leary because he is out injured. We've got Peters at left back, De Jong, Miley and Wilkinson in the midfield. We've got Maya, we've got Hogg, and we've got Andrews up front with us today. And of course, semi-finals through to the playoff finals. Lovely, wouldn't it? So we're going to have to play it live. Come on in, Toon. June player of the manager of the month. Bloody hell. Imagine if Big Sam was a bloody player. He's a player, but not in that sense of the word. Been in more roles than Tiger Woods, that man. But here we go then, boys. The Toon playoff semi-finals. We're already 1-0 up. All we need to do is keep it tighter than the ducks at the back. And we are through to the finale. Luton standing our way. But as we've already said, 1-0 from the previous leg is an absolute dreamboat salesman. Come on, Toon! How are the lads? Get stuck in nice and early. I want 3 or 4 here. Now, straight out to Andrews. Who touches. And he can go. There's a little bit of help from his friends. With a little bit of help from his friends. Beardy. Go on, son. Keep that. Ball into Hoggy. Oh, Moya! Oh, off the bar! Touch it down. Oh, no. What a star that would have been. You what? We taught you that at the Villa, didn't we, son? Nice, Andrews. Beardy's gone again, then. Beardy's always gone here. And he's got the pace. Drive into the box. Drive in. Wilkinson! Oh! Again. Big, big block. We're knocking on the door. Luton do not want to answer because it's the back door to their stadium and it's someone else's garden. Come on, the boys. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're slinging the ball around. He's Nugent. Just standing. Nice bed. We'll have him out there. Oh, no. You've let him spin you. You've absolutely spin moved him. It's in. Oh, my God, it's in. Oh, my God. How on earth? I had that wrapped up, sewn up. Baka. It's you again, ain't it, son? Oh, sometimes his saves are incredible. But there. Just shows what he's got in him. Oh, that's pain. We got to go again then, lads. We have to score now. Here we go then. Switch that. Nice. Right. Moya, go. Go on, Moya. Go on, Moya. Finish this, son. Finish that. Oh, off the post. No. That was the one. That was it. Murphy. Switch the play. We've got to be really clever with this. Or do we just go balls to the wall? Oh! No! I told you we should have gone balls to the wall! Oh my God, we had a chance in the last minute. It's extra time. We need to change this up. We need to change this up because it's not looking good, bruv. Big changes then. Big changes. We don't want pens. We do not want penos. Come on. Let's nick the ball nice and early. I feel like Harvey's going to win it for us, you know. Come on, Harv. Oh, no. Good lad, Wheeler. Jesus Christ, didn't even see that pass. Sling it straight out. Oh, Taylor ain't won the ball, though. He ain't won it. He hasn't won it. De Jong's missed it. Marshall, Jesus. Sling it. Baka, you've got that. I know you can bring him down. And Harvey's done him. He's stolen march on him. Harvey! No, why did I do it? Just hit it! You absolute donut. I've tried to be too clever. That's a lovely little one, too. Baka. Get on your bike. Baka! Yes! Baka's done it in extra time. Ah. It's just incredible. Baka at the one end of the pitch having an absolute nightmare. But his brother Baka up at the other end, sticking the sword into the Hatters. I tell you what, whether it's a fedora, whether it's a bowl, I don't give a shit. It is in the back of your onion bag. And it's the back, man. Get in the boys. Come on. Is that the one that seals it? Have we sealed it? Come on. Like I said before, tighter than a duck's arse. Right, don't dive now. Don't dive. That's lovely. That's lovely away. And we go. And we go. Oh my God. How have they recycled it there? He's got to go in. Good lad, De Jong. And just run it. Actually, just absolutely wang it. It's done, ref. Call it. I'll have it there, ref. I'll have it there, ref! Playoff finale! Here we come. You dirty little Toon lot. Big Sam is whispering something absolutely disgusting into his ear. You know he is. Something about a pint of wine later. And there it is, sports fans. There it is. It's the playoff finale. Newcastle versus Norwich. We've both been there before. But this time, Big Sam's coming for blood. It's the same team as last time. I've put Backer in, though. He scored the winner in the last one. He needs to be in there. And O'Leary comes back in from his injury troubles. The rest of the team is exactly the same. It's the playoff final. Can we take the team back to the Premier League? Oh, here it is then. Playoff finals. Can we get back to the promised land? First time of asking. Up the Toon against the Canaries. Oh my God, look at De Jong, man. De Jong is an absolute boy. He will be staying for as long as I physically possibly can keep hold of him. Norwich absolutely dispatched Huddersfield in the last round. But we're not going to be that easy, you know. We're scrappy. Come on. The boys, we're ready. Let's get straight into it. I ain't messing around. Come on, the Toon! Oh, I just want snapping people's legs. De Jong's looking for it today. Oh, referee! You've got to be taking the piss. You've got to be taking... How is that not a foul, ref? Nah, I ain't having this. We've got to... Show it me back. Show it me back. I ain't having it. It's a joke. Ref, are you taking the piss? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit pissed off now. Maybe it was a good tackle. Oh, not the best start, lads. Come on. Like I said, though, we're scrappy. We're absolutely scrappy. And I tell you what, Moya has gone through the middle. And he's equalised already. Get in the boy! Oh, my God. Look at how easy it was. We give it to that man. And he Usain bolts it straight through the defence. Sticks it in the bottom corner. Canaries, you ain't singing anymore. Look at the run. I tell you what, on the angle as well, that's not an easy finish. It's never been an easy finish, you know. 1-1 early doors. Fair play. Come on then, the boys. Back at evens. Let's stick it on them. Let's do that again. If they can... Oh, if he'd have stuck that down the line, they've played it really well. Andrews, look how strong he is. Miley's going to drive. Miley's going to drive. And he's released him. He's released Baird. Baird finish! Oh, gone. That's a great little break though, boys. Come on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this pressure up. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul. Don't even think about it. Wilkinson. It won. It won! Oh, deflection. Come on, the boys. Oh, shit. Good lad, Wheeler. Get back on your feet. Get back on your feet. Across to him. No shots. No shots. Lovely, De Jong. And we go then. We go then because they're light at the back here. Oh, it's too quick. No, it's way too quick. Let's get this gone. And we've brought on some pace now. We've brought on fresh legs, pace. Get it out. Lovely. And we go. And we go. And if we can set Harvey away here. He's gone. Go on, Harv. This time, I'm going to hit it with him. Oh, no! No, no, no! Oh, give us a drag on that, mate. Oh, they're bringing Ida off, but I don't know who this Kamara is. It worries me. And I don't mean the monster shit that I need to have. Absolutely no. Drive, drive, drive. Beat him. Go on, backs. Go on, backs. Back sticker. Oh, I thought he was going in, you know. Oh, my God. Balls are in my throat. Ballymumba coming on. See, I told you Sam Byram didn't want it today. It's got to be Baxter. It's got to be Baxter. And it's got to be big. Last throw of the dice then. Swing it in. Wheeler! Oh. Good. Good winner. Keep it in. That's it. That's time. Jeebus me Christus. Let's go in extra time again. And we go. Because Harvey, you're the right side of him. Knock it down. That's it. No, Lee! Oh, just give you so much praise. You are left-footed, don't you? And I've just absolutely fluffed it on your right. That's my bad. That is my bad. Oh, no. Don't let them come. Don't let them come forward like this. Oh, no. Get it gone. Jesus, backs. Saved our net there. Right then, half. What are you going to do with it, son? Release the bed. Release the bed. Ball into the back stick. Baxter! Oh, what a save. What a ball. But what a save. What a joke that is. Yeah, go on. Wilco, come off. I don't think you've got any swords on you today, have you, son? Nice, Pete. Go on, then. Go on. Go coast to coast. Hoggy. That's you. Win it, Hog. Oh, my God. Harvey. Oh, no! Lay it the next one! Oh, no. It's pens. It's penalties. I didn't want penalties. Oh, I'm not feeling good about this. I am not feeling good about this. Oh, this is how we're running it then. Look at our penalties, man. It's not great, is it? Hoggy. Bed up there. And you got Peters, our other fucking fullback. Look, all of our... These are all our attacking players. Baxter. Taylor. Harvey. Jesus, it's all centre-backs. Gee, I ain't looking forward to this, you know. I am not looking forward to this. Come on! Big start from you backs. Big start. Oh, it's a good pen. There's a good pen. Hoggy. Come on. Come on, son. Oh, he saved the first one. That's not a good start. Nunez. Big stop backs! Well done, son. Look how fast it's going. Lovely bed. Top bins. Lovely! Nice. Right, let's save this one then. Yes! Come on, he's chose right. Tell you what. Same corner. Same corner as your pal. Same corner as your pal! Get it in there. Ballymumba. Oh, he's called him again. He has called him again! Call the bluff! Call the cops! We're off our chops, Wheeler! Seal it for me! Seal it for me! Oh, I've made an absolute tit of myself. I've made an absolute tit of myself. McCallum! Come on, backs. Be the guy. Oh, it's a good pen. Oh, no. Have I? Have I? Have I? Have I? De Jong. Finish it. Yes! Of the Toon! The boys have done it. We're back into the promised land. Big Sam works his bloody magic again. Get him a pint of wine. Get me a pint of wine. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That was the most stressful game I have ever been involved in. And yes, I am involved. Because I'm playing it, I am involved. De Jong to stick away the winning penalty. Which means it's going to be De Jong to lift the playoff trophy. Get in the boys. Here we go then. Get it down, you my boys. Where's De Jong? I want to see De Jong. Bloody lift this. I love him so much, you know. De Jong is one of my favourite players I've played with. Oh, look at him. He just looks like a brick shit house, doesn't he? That trophy is going to look like a teacup. Come on then. Up the Toon. Back to the Premier League we go. And we get her done. It's the Toon. Back to the Premier League. Penalties as well. I hate when it goes to penalties, but I tell you what, balls in the throat kind of stuff. Let's have a look at the top performers for the season then. Taromi, I don't even know who that is, but have we got anyone up there? Wilkinson just sneaking in 12 in 41. Not a great overhaul from him, but from Cam, not too bad. Assists then. We've got Wilkinson in there again. So to be fair, Wilkinson has been an absolute star. Standout player for the season. Backer with 15 in 46 clean sheets. But that is it for today, geezers. Oh, it's nice being back, Ennie. To tell you what, if you haven't already, please make sure you drop a like on this video. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss anything around here. Look, we're winding up, aren't we? We're all itching for FC24. It's coming around the corner very soon. Now, for next week, I'm not in the country, so I will be taking a week off, but I'll be back the week after with the second part of this Newcastle rebuild. Tell me what you want to see in the next one. Should I just write off the rest of the debt, or should we pay the rest of the 165 mil back to the Premier League? Like I said, let me know what you want. Drop a comment down in the appropriate section. It's much love from me. I will see you very soon. And peace!